Welcome aboard Biyaheng Big Sky, where we go beyond borders to talk about all things travel. This is brought to you by Big Sky, your #1 travel connectivity provider in the Philippines. I'm Andrea, your resident Big Sky traveler, and let's get this pod started. Today, we're going to talk about something really exciting, especially if you love this country as much as we do. I personally have been here so many times because I'm always amazed and curious at the same time about their culture, the spots, and even the food. But before that, let me introduce you to someone who's been here multiple times na, who will help me share some insights about this country. So today we're joined by Brian Ordiales, an events and content producer, founder of Cloud Studio, and host of the podcast Life Over Whiskey. Welcome to Biyaheng Big Sky, Brian.
Uy, maraming salamat, Andre, and for everyone who's watching this podcast episode. Hi po sa inyo lahat.
Super excited because we're gonna talk about our love for Japan. Hindi naman obvious sa
hindi naman
suot
obvious,
niya.
yes,
Diba?
yes.
Yung fit check niya ngayon, guys.
Okay ba?
So today we're gonna talk about Japan, our own experiences, and why we keep coming back. And some
Bakit nga ba
tips.
binabalik-balikan ang Japan?
Exactly. So, Japan. Okay. Yun yung magiging talagang topic natin today. And this could probably turn into like multiple episodes because Japan is like the most favorite country na ngayon ng mga Filipinos. And even now that the visa application, you have to actually apply for like 2
Matagal
months.
na.
Yeah.
2 to 3 months?
Hindi
2
na
to 4
siya
months?
mabilis na application compared to last year because it's really getting overwhelming na, and a lot of Filipinos are really parang go-to na nila yung Japan, right? So let's talk about you, Brian, and your love for Japan. Maybe you could share us first, yung first travel mo to Japan, like what was your impression like?
Actually, kinakabahan ako when I first traveled to Japan kasi Japan is the first country I ever visited outside Philippines. And I remember it was a 4-hour flight. I'd say that's probably the longest 4 hours of my life. Kasi parang, I don't know the language. I'm going to a country I have no idea. You're meeting different people who doesn't understand you. So like, it was intimidating at the same time. But when I got there, I have experienced yung respect and yung politeness ng mga tao. So I think that was really my first impression.
Did you travel there with your family or like solo ba siya? What was
Solo
the
ko
purpose?
nung first Solo ko nung first.
Real?
So I also visited my before then girlfriend, ngayon fiancé na.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
okay.
visited her back then.
Mm-mm.
And it was a great experience. I wouldn't say it's a solo travel because I visited her there. Pero it's still, when going there in itself, for me, nakakaba siya.
Was Japan always your dream country?
Parang wala akong perception of what was my dream country back then.
Yeah.
Na-set up kasi ako that in your first country, and it was kind of the standard for me already.
How was your experience nung pinaka first ever Japan?
Kinakabahan ako kasi nga, I mean, when you're going to a country na iba yung language, you would want to learn the language. Bumili pa ako ng book na Japan for Dummies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I learned a couple of phrases and communicate, basic conversations. So, if I may share, like, medyo nakakaya siya. This was an experience. Medyo proud pa ako noong una na sinabi ko, I wanna go to the restroom or the bathroom. And then sabi ko doon sa jowa ko, don't translate for me.
Kaya ko
And then, kaya ko to. Tapos, kinausap ko in Japanese. Sabi ko, simasen, toire wa doko desu ka?
Yeah.
Proud pa ako, di ba? Tapos, syempre, hinapon mo. Expect, hahapunin ka din. So, kung ano na pinagkasabihan, hindi ko naintindihan. All I did was just say, hi. Then, I understood that hindi enough yung just learning the language. You have to also learn how to understand ano yung sasabihin sa'yo. So, it's not a one-way thing.
Bale, ilang beses ka na nag-Japan?
I've been to Japan 9 times already.
Oh,
And
bilang.
it was recently lang. I went to Japan during the winter.
So, what was like the visa application nun? Nahirapan ka ba? Were there challenges?
The first time that I applied for the visa, I was still a student. So, it was still under my parents' finances and ITR. Importante po yan. When I renewed the second time around, under my company na.
Was it like multiple entry
Multiple
na nun?
entry, yeah.
Wow.
Nung first ko palang multiple entry, sabi nila mahirap mag-multiple entry pag first time mo mag-apply. Even back then, habang tumatagal along the years na have passed, humirap na yung multiple entry application eh. Pero even back then, siguro pinalad lang ako that I was granted multiple entry. 5 years, 30 days maximum stay.
Ano yung mga pinrepare mo nun to have like a multiple
Pera.
entries? Show money.
Show money. Pero at that time kasi, sa parents
Oo.
ko muna. So,
So, bali, ano yun? Parang intentionally mo na siyang in-apply na after nung first, gusto mo na mag-multiple entry.
bago mag-expire, definitely yung visa, sabi ko, bisita ulit tayo. Umuwi na kasi yung fiancé ko ngayon.
Yeah.
Umuwi siya ng time na yun. Tapos sabi ko, let's visit Japan again before mag-expire yung visa. And after that, syempre, mamimiss mo talaga eh. Tuwing uuwi ako from Japan, nakabook na yung next ko na flight papuntang Japan. So, lagi mo mamimiss.
Grabe.
Lagi mo mamimiss.
Meron kang tip, especially kasi yung visa application ngayon, like that's one of the most commonly asked questions, especially now na nahihirapan yung mga Filipinos. Meron ka bang tip as to what to prepare?
For me, the
Mm-mm.
easiest way is to be in touch with a travel agency, accredited travel agency, by the way.
Yeah.
And from there, you get to compile the requirements. Ganun lang for me.
So, you've been to Japan 9 times. Which one is your favorite city?
I would say Kyoto, Osaka.
Why?
Kasi siguro mas preserve yung culture, I would say. Kasi yung Central Tokyo is, medyo modernized na siya. Mas gusto ko yung ma-experience yung their culture in its raw essence or form.
Bale yung first mo, hindi naman Kyoto.
Tokyo. The usual touristy spot.
Tourist
Alam mo naman,
spots.
pag first time
Mga
mo,
Disneyland,
doon ka
ganun.
talaga sa mga, sa mga tours.
And then, after that, paano na nag-evolve yung pag-explore mo ng Japan?
I remember the first couple of times, takot ako lumabas. Hindi ako marunong mag-navigate at mag-travel by myself. So I would normally rely on somebody else. That somebody else is my fiancé. Kasi nga, hindi ko maintindihan. I try to understand, like, syempre, may mga color codes sila, di ba? On their different train stations, subways, right? Google Map is your friend.
True.
So if you're visiting Japan, Google Map is your friend. Whenever I go out, I guess that's a tip also for people who would want to go to Japan. Paano ba ako to go from one place to another? Normally naman dyan, if you look for a place, you select the time on what time you want to go to that place. And it will immediately tell you kung anong train station sasakay, what time. So very efficient. And yun yung gusto ko sa Japan eh. Yung efficiency nila sa time, hands down.
Yeah, kahit 1 to 2 minutes late lang, you will hear them na magsasorry na sila.
And sometimes, sa train
apologetic.
stations, lumalabas sila at
Mag-sorry
apologize
talaga.
sa mga
Yeah.
tao as in the whole
Super.
station.
Is that also the reason ba, like, what makes you keep coming back to Japan?
So I am a very spontaneous, outgoing kind of person. I would want to always try different things, new experiences. I think allure for me ng Japan is the discipline, being polite in a sense na people are considerate with one another.
Actually, ako din. I was also thinking, what's about the culture? Kasi we always say na they're always on time,
Yeah.
like that. So I kinda try to geek out din. Ano tong culture ng Japan that is like, binabalik-balikan din natin that I really admired, and it's called omotenashi. So omotenashi is like, parang ito yung selfless hospitality ng mga Japanese. Wherein that's why the tip, you don't have to tip, right? Medyo rude pa ngayon if
Offensive
magtitip
for
ka.
them.
Yeah, for them. Because with that culture na omotenashi, they don't think about like yung in return. Unlike for us, like if we have a favor to someone or meron tayong pinasuyo, like parang automatic na shucks, kailangan na natin sila bigyan ng tip and all of that. But for Japan, that's the culture that they build. Very selfless yung hospitality nila. Yun yung I think also one of the reasons why I'm in love with the culture. Even in the restaurants, it's super consistent. So, ano yung mga favorite like memories mo like in Japan, stories that you want to share as well?
Siguro places that I visited that I would say the top for me. One place comes into mind kasi medyo spontaneous ako and I like the thrill. Fuji-Q Highland. So it's a theme park, amusement park in Japan. Grabe ang rides. Sobrang extreme talaga niya. So there was this ride na aakyat ka talaga sa sobrang taas, sobrang ganda ng view. You'll see Mount Fuji as well.
Nice.
So yung moment nandun ka sa taas, yung peace, yung parang alam mo yung tahimik, tapos babagsak ka.
Yeah.
Pero yung in a short brief moment na yun,
Super
yeah,
peaceful.
it's
Like,
ingrained in my memory.
unforgettable
Yeah,
siya
it's ingrained in
talaga.
my memory.
Sobrang dami ng mga, very accessible ng mga itineraries ngayon, especially for Japan. For someone na first-time traveler, ano yung parang best sa kanila to explore Japan? Like, which city ba? Or may mga tips ka ba for that?
Ako pretty straightforward ako eh. If it's your first time visiting Japan, itry mo muna yung mga touristy spots. The
True.
usual, Shibuya,
Yeah.
Asakusa. Yeah, so again, the spots that pwede pwede mong puntahan if it's your first time visiting Japan. The most common places would be, of course, in central Tokyo is Shibuya, Asakusa, the temples, the shrines. There are a lot of beautiful parks there, lalo na kapag fall. Grabe, sobrang ganda ng mga parks doon. And definitely the usual Tokyo Skytree, Tokyo Tower, those kind of stuff.
I agree. Especially for first time
Try mo muna,
traveler.
no?
Oo,
Parang testing
huwag ka
mo
muna
muna.
mag-local kasi baka
Oo.
ma-culture shock ka din. I think best then na go lang, push mo yung mga the usual tourist spots. And then after that, I think you can push for the local, more slow pace.
More
Yung
customized itinerary.
customized itinerary din.
Dati kami, kwento ko lang. The first time also kami, na parang joiner kami on a tour. Muntik na kami maiwan ng bus. Muntik na kami maiwan ng bus kasi ganun ka-prompt sila. So like,
Hindi siya sa
1
atin
minute na lang, iiwan na kami.
Wala na talaga. Yun na yun.
Eh,
Yeah.
nandun kami sa liblib na lugar. Malayong lugar. So pag naiwan ka, ang hirap ng transportation. Especially in the outskirts ng central Tokyo or provinces.
Ano yung mga parang favorite mong parang moments na really made you more immersed or mas na-in-love ka sa culture ng Japan?
What I like about Japan the most is yung culture of being respectful, especially sa oras, being on time. As I mentioned, yun nga, you have to be mindful of other people as well eh. Hindi lang basta-basta, parang, hindi, susunod sila sa oras ko. You have to really abide by the time na inassign. So even if you're gonna book a place, kapag hindi ka pumunta dyan, mawawala na yung reservation mo. So ganun talaga sila on the dot. Being on time for me is really what makes Japan great.
Nung nagsa-start, nahirapan ka bang mag-adjust to their customs or like daily routines?
Yes, but that's the beauty of parang contrast kasi sa akin yung Japan. Again, being disciplined and having routines, maglalakad. Grabe, Japan is like get ready for at least 20,000 steps
per day. Legit.
And definitely a lot of commuting train rides talaga. Nahirapan ako simula, pero nung nasanay na ako, you learn to appreciate what the
True.
country has to offer.
Anything that surprised you? Medyo culture shock for you?
Parang wala akong maisip na...
Talaga?
I'm open kasi like it's a different, I understand it's a different culture compared to the Philippines. For us kasi expressive tayo. Hindi sila ganun ka-expressive and they tend to be patient a lot of times in order for them to still be respectful to you as well.
So there's actually a term for that. Siyempre, inano ko rin yan.
Tatemay?
Inaral ko din yan. Yeah, honnen, tatemae.
Tatemay.
I've been looking for like an English word for that. I don't wanna say white lies. Kasi medyo negative siya for us, right? But for them, like they don't want conflict. Sometimes, medyo yun nga, hindi sila ganun
May pagka-conflict
ka-expressive.
avoidance
Yeah,
talaga.
they really try to avoid it. And then, they are not really straightforward then. Like, for us, diba? Like, if
Sasabihin mo talaga kung nasa
like,
mo
if you have a problem with someone, then, like, or you're just honest about it.
Yeah.
Or if there is, like, sa restaurant, kunyari, mali yung nabigay na food sa'yo, like, they would rather not tell it anymore kasi it can cause conflict. So, medyo ganun ka ano yung honne and tatemae. Ano pang other cities that you went to?
Apart from Tokyo, around Tokyo, Osaka and Kyoto, so far, but I really want to go to the northern part, Hokkaido, Sapporo.
Yeah, how's Osaka for you? How would you differentiate these cities, especially for someone who's torn, like, gosh, I want to go to Japan, but where to go? Ano yung advice mo?
I'd still say if you want a more traditional experience, dun ka sa around the provinces talaga para makita mo talaga yung karamihan. Although, if you go a little outside Tokyo, let's say yung mga traditional villages, I went to Satonenba, which is a traditional Japanese village, and you get to wear the traditional clothes, samurai or kimonos. You walk around the village, tapos kita mo si Mount Fuji din in the background. So, that's a unique experience na you would want to have if you visit Japan.
Parang yung mga nasa anime lang.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Gusto mo kasi ma-immerse sa culture eh.
Yeah. Every time you go to Japan, meron ka bang set budget?
Kasi whenever I go to Japan, I normally stay do sa place ng fiancé ko. So nakakatipid
Save
ako.
ka ng accommodation.
Which is, alam mo, mahal.
Mahal.
Right?
Super mahal. Yeah.
So whenever sa mga first couple of times that I went there, a lot of times, tinataon ko na piso fare. My only budget at that time was 30,000 pesos.
For how many days?
I stayed for 15 days.
Wow.
Nakabili bumili pa ako ng mga
Conveni
pasalubong.
everyday.
Hindi naman, hindi naman.
Hindi
Hindi
naman.
But yeah, I mean, isa sa mga common mistakes of people traveling, especially to Japan, na alam naman natin is, ano talaga lagi ka maglalakad to go to places. You have to set a day na magre-rest ka in between.
I
Hindi
agree.
hindi kaya talaga na sagarin mo, kaya 7 days kang pumunta ng Japan, tapos 7 days may itinerary ka na paguran talaga na lakad. Wala talaga, be. Talaga,
Nagawa
gitna
ko
pa
yan.
lang dun.
Nagawa ko yan.
Pagdating mo sa lugar, dito na lang ako. Diba? So like, it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense kung you wouldn't really fully enjoy the experience. Kung pagod ka going to the next destination, ang ganda pa naman, sayang.
Yeah.
So make sure to put a rest day in between.
True. I think that's what I learned then. I don't know if it was my second or third time there. Nag-set ako ng 7-day itinerary. Sinulit ko yung JR Travel Pass. So,
Uy, magandang tip
Shinkansen,
yan,
all like to different cities. I wouldn't recommend it after.
Napagod ka.
Yung ano ko talaga, Salon Pass all the way.
May sugat na yung sa ano mo, no?
Hindi naman, pero
Kakalakad.
sobrang grabe siya. I think hindi mo rin talagang mafe-feel
Exactly.
yung differences ng culture then for each
Diba? Imbis na may
prefecture.
enjoy mo, mararamdam mong pagod ka na.
Mahirap din siya. Although kasi, I was thinking kasi na parang hindi to yung magiging next travel ko uli. Parang I set it na parang ano lang. Gusto ko na to, i-check lahat sa bucket list ko. But then, yun nga yung downside niya. Parang hindi mo na-explore what each city has to offer. Kasi for example, today magko-Kobe ka and then tinry mo lang yung beef pero there's a lot more actually that they can offer
Yeah.
pa for each prefecture. So, I think it depends din talaga. You just have to set like a day or a few days then for rest or mas slow pacing na itinerary. Ano pa yung mga tips mo, especially to make Japan more budget-friendly pa? Alam ko, like, medyo mas mura na ang Japan compared to other
I think
countries.
not a lot of people talk about how will you get the most out of your money, especially if you're exchanging currencies. Definitely, alam naman natin, Japan, although high-tech na sila, they offer a lot of ways on how you can pay on a lot of things, pero cash pa rin naman talaga. So, like for example, if you use GCash, the exchange rates are very competitive, almost the same price sa foreign exchange, no? So, that's one. If you're going to Japan, besides having a budget na naka-cash, put some in GCash kasi literally pwede mo iscan lang yan whether you're buying in convenience, train stations, what else? Taxi, you can pay using Alipay via GCash. So something like that could be helpful for people.
Yeah, actually malaking tipid pag you use your card and then laging pinapapili, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Which currency.
Exactly. Uy, marami nagkakamali dyan.
Yeah, yung
Peso ang ginagamit nila.
which is way higher.
So, the reason why you don't choose peso, kunwari pumunta ka ng Japan and you swipe your card, whether it's debit or credit, you don't choose peso is because pag pinili mo yung peso, may parang dynamic currency conversion pa sila na ginagawa, which is parang extra pa na siya na fee. So instead of just the foreign exchange, nagbabayad ka pa ng convenience fee, right? So,
True.
but it's not convenient, guys.
Yeah.
Mapamahal ka pa talaga.
Choose the local.
Choose the
currency.
local currency of the country you are in.
Mas makakatipid doon.
Exactly.
Yeah. Any tips mo, especially when they want to travel to Japan, especially sa mga souvenirs, mga pasalubong.
Souvenirs.
Where's your go-to?
Yeah. Omiyage. So it's literally the Japanese equivalent
Souvenir,
of
yeah.
pasalubong. Sa simula, the usual na binibili ko pasalubong for my family and friends, tsokolate, normal naman yan eh. But habang tumatagal, gusto mo na meron kang maiuwi, maparanas mo sa kanila yung culture ng Japan. Of course, Don Quixote is a very famous spot. You can buy there are masks na you can buy as well, apart from like mga keychains, no? So ako, gusto kong pinapa-omiyage sometimes. Mga yung kitsune, tama ba? Kitsune, it's like fox mask na whether it's keychain or mask talaga. What else? Yung mga ganito is actually a nice gift if you want someone to like, have something like this. I tried also putting this over a suit. That's kind of nice.
Ano pa yung mga must-see spots rather, na you recommend?
I think depending on the season, if you're visiting Japan, let's say cherry blossom season, definitely try out festivals like Shibazakura Festival so that you can see really nice nature scenes. Japan has a lot of nature scenes to offer talaga. Common ng Mount Fuji, like, go to Mount Fuji, maraming spots doon na may lakes.
Ano yung pinaka-essential mo now when you're traveling to Japan? Like, how do you also stay connected while you're there?
The first time I went to Japan, sobrang nightmare for me to go out, and normally, hindi ako aalis kung hindi ko kasama yung fiancé ko kasi sila may internet. Okay? Ang hirap lumabas nang wala kang connection. So, definitely when I discovered, that meron palang mga ways for you to, kahit wala ka pa dun sa bansang pupuntahan mo, you can immediately get the Wi-Fi, the travel Wi-Fi, and even the SIM cards, and eSIM na ngayon. High-tech na sila ngayon. Hindi na kailangan ng physical SIM. But back then, eSIMs, SIM cards in itself, sobrang useful kasi paglapag mo pa lang ng Japan, connected ka na agad eh. And I think importante yun to really navigate towards where you wanna go to. So, sobrang helpful sa akin.
Nice. Do you see yourself living in Japan?
Eventually, I see myself finally migrating there. But whatever I have here, I hope andito pa din. Parang hindi kasi mahirap to go back and forth and just travel back and forth. And 1 hour lang naman yung time zone, di ba? The difference. So might as well.
Okay, are you ready for the travel hot takes?
Hot takes!
Yes!
Let's go, hot
Let's
takes!
go! Tokyo or Kyoto?
Tokyo if you want convenience, Kyoto if you want experience.
True or false? Ichiran is overrated.
True. I'm sorry.
It's so true. I'm so sorry din.
I'm sorry for people who crave for Ichiran.
Yeah, like there's more local ramen shop that you guys can go
Yeah.
to. I swear. Well, it's good that you try it once, but after that, well, if you really love it, go push mo yan. Pero there's a lot more na very local ramen that you
Pag
can
na-try mo
try.
na kasi yung local ramen talaga.
Solid talaga. Convenies or supermarkets?
Before konbini, of course, convenience. Pero ngayon supermarket. Kasi mas mura mo makukuha yung mga food. Especially, I love Wagyu. Yakiniku is, I'm very fond of yakinikus. So, Wagyu doon, like, just buy in the supermarket. Lutuin ko na lang sa bahay.
We must tipid actually din
Mas tipid,
sa supermarket.
yes. And,
If you
and
compare.
definitely, I heard on the previous episode na banggit, diba, na on supermarkets, sometimes they do end of the day na 30-50% off
Yeah.
o bento,
Yes.
box meals.
Yeah.
So, sobrang sulit.
Okay, for anyone considering a trip to Japan, what's your one piece of advice?
Again, learn the language, and not just learn the language, know how the other person will understand, receive it. Kasi may different levels of politeness in Japan, and being able to know then and understand what they are saying to you. It's a two-way communication.
All right. So, thank you, Brian.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu,
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Brian. So, Japan is definitely a must visit, and your stories and tips will help first-time travelers make the most of their trip. And to our listeners there, if you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to follow Biyaheng Big Sky for more travel stories and tips. So, if you have any Japan travel stories of your own, please share it with us. Tag us on IG and Facebook at Big Sky Nation PH and TikTok Big Sky Fam. Let's keep the conversation going there, Big Sky Fam. See you on the next one. Thank you, Bri.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.